Hello friends and happy Monday. Welcome into my craft room, Heidi Samble DIY. As a reminder, it is Craftober here on my channel where I'm posting Monday through Saturday a new video, new craft projects all week long, all throughout the month of October. As well, I want to remind you, I am looking for submissions for Christmas projects that you have crafted that I can spotlight here on my channel throughout Craftober. Today's episode is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be making some high-end craft projects using Dollar Tree supplies. Now come along and let's make something beautiful for our homes. This project is going to have such a high-end finish, and all we're doing is using some craft supplies and this ornament from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to deconstruct this ornament, taking off the tag, taking off the garland greenery that's on it. And then the best way to remove this, because it's pretty glued on there, is taking a pair of pliers, and I'm going to just grab the edge of it and twist it, kind of barrel rolling it onto my pliers, and it's going to come off nice and easy that way. When I was trying to pull it, I just couldn't get the best grip, so rolling it with the pliers really did help. Now that that's off, I'm going to sand it to smooth it down so I can get up some of that adhesive. Not too crazy, just enough that it has a nice smooth finish. And then I'm going to add my adhesive, which is my hot glue, onto the ornament, and I'm going to glue this scrapbook paper that I had on hand that was a pretty green color. I'm going to glue that right on there, and then I'm going to rip along the edge of the ornament, and it's going to take off that extra scrapbook paper, so that way it has an easier side for me to sand with my sandpaper. So I'm going to just go around and finish cleaning it up without having to use a pair of scissors or a craft knife. This is the quickest way to clean up the sides. Now this piece right here I'm holding is from Hobby Lobby. It's a pack of wheels in their craft wood section. And they're supposed to be wheels for like wooden toys. I realized that this would be the coolest thing to use as a base for a stand-up decor piece. And the dowels, the craft dowels at the Dollar Tree fit inside that hole perfectly. So I put a little glue, I'm twisting it on there, and then anything that comes out of the bottom, it's not hot at this point, it's just still a little warm. I'm going to pull off anything that's on there, and it's ready for me to add that to the back of the ornament. Now I like to put a line of glue, and then I'm going to roll that dowel in the glue, and then come on with a zigzag back and forth with the hot glue. This is really going to help it lock on. Friends, you can use scrapbook paper for this, by the way, or you could also do a photo. Wouldn't that be so cool if you did a photo and turned these ornaments into beautiful ways to display pictures? I will say if you do that, make sure you don't put glue in the center of the ornament. Go along the edges so you don't cause any coloration issues with the ornament's picture. So you could add pictures to this, and that would be really beautiful too, besides just scrapbook paper. Now you're going to notice at the base where the wheel is, I added on another wood circle. That's just because this ornament's kind of heavy, and I don't want it to just keep falling over. So I wanted to have a bigger base. I glued on another wood circle down there. And now I'm going to paint it white on the stand, on the back. I ended up adding a piece of drop cloth, I'm sure you noticed earlier. That's going to help lock it in and have a nice finished backside. So after all of the paint was dry, I am now going to add on some glue so that I can gold leaf the top of the ornament. I thought this would be really pretty. And this gold leaf comes in a jar from the Dollar Tree for $3. I'm pretty sure they have it in their craft section. I know they were in the Dollar Plus section there for a bit, but I think that's where they moved it now. I'm going to add on this golden Christmas ornament hook. I have a whole bunch of these I keep in my room when I'm working on ornaments here for my channel. I'm just going to roll that around in there, but any hook that you have on hand would be beautiful. And then I'm going to conceal the back. Look at how nice the back is. Adding that piece of drop cloth to the ornament really did clean it up so you don't see all the hot glue, and once you paint it looks really nice. I'm now going to add on this ribbon that I turned into a bow, and I showed that in my Hobby Lobby haul that I got. I'll link that video right here for you all to check out those ribbons that I found at Hobby Lobby that were 50% off. Way better deals than you get from the Dollar Tree for these gorgeous ribbons that were so affordable for crafters. Now I added on this snowflake button, and I'm going to snowflake it up a little bit more by adding on some sugar glitter. I'm just going around with a dollop of hot glue right in the center of the snowflake button and along the edges where I put that paint earlier, where I kind of rough brushed it on. I want to make it look frosty. So I'm adding in the hot glue and I'm working quick and then sprinkling on this sugar glitter. Yes, there are a lot of different steps for this, but friends, it turns out so beautiful and it has such a high-end look. And let me tell you, it did not feel like work. I had so much fun making this, and I hope you will give it a try. This sign caught my eye the moment I walked into the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so cute, but I definitely wanted to upscale it a little bit more. I thought we could make this really high-end looking. Now I've got this bag of a whole bunch of trees I've collected from the Dollar Tree over the years. That's just how I keep them, so that I don't have little trees going everywhere in my craft room. We're going to use this decor piece that I picked up in the fall. I'm going to use it for the base of the sign that we're going to elevate, than just hanging it on a wall, and then some drop cloth. Now when I took the plastic off of this little decor sign piece, I popped out that little hanging hook rectangle inside of it. We don't need that piece, so I just popped that out real easy. I'm now going to add some glue to the sign where it has the actual artwork, but I want to keep that gingham around the corners because I think that's perfect for Christmas. And I'm going to cut along that box, and this is so that the base at the bottom looks nice and polished, clean back sides, clean bottoms. And I'm going to just take my foam, cut that out with my knife, and glue those pieces down in there. Just wait, friends. When this is done, it looks so cute and high-end. Something that you could definitely look like you picked it up from Hobby Lobby or Home Goods or some cute Christmas boutique that you visited. Now for the sign on the back, I want to stand it up. So I'm going to add these popsicles to the back, and I'm going to have some supportive glue on there so it can't just pop off. I don't like my things falling apart. I mean, who does? Nobody wants to make a craft that's going to fall apart, so it's kind of funny that I say that sometimes. But I'm going to take this drop cloth and tap that on there. This is going to lock it all in, and then you don't just see that it looks like there's just popsicle sticks on the back. And then I'm going to poke that down into the foam. I'm going back a little bit towards the back of this box we're sticking this into, so that way the front can be added with some of those Christmas trees. Since it's a Christmas tree farm, we've got to put Christmas trees on this project. I glued everything in, the trees, the sign with the popsicle sticks, into the foam. I'm gluing it all in there very nicely so everything's tidy, not going to fall off. But we don't want to see glue going everywhere, so we're going to use some of this Spanish moss, and I'm going to just conceal that foam with this. But we're going to dress that up too, because why lose an opportunity to not bring in some red because it's Christmas? I've got some of these berries from a pick I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to just poke those down in there. This is the easiest project. I think it seriously took me maybe like 10 minutes. I was moving so quick, and I'm just poking these berries down in there. These frosted berries are from the Dollar Tree. They bring them every year to the store. And I'm just going to poke that down in there to decorate it, make it look very holly berry. Since the sign actually had holly berries on it too, it was perfect. I liked a finished look of going around the sign with this gold ribbon really thin. I thought that would make it look really high-end looking. So I'm just going around with a thin bead of glue, working quick. I'm not going too long with the hot glue so I don't let it dry on me too quickly. And then I put the ribbon right on it. When I got to the end, I cut it off. And then at the top where those 2 original hang-up holes are, I just put on 2 half wood rounds, and it looks so perfect for your decor for this Christmas season. If you haven't already, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out us here on YouTube whenever you watch these videos and you give them thumbs up, because it lets the algorithm know that you like watching these videos. It's that time of the episode where I share you, my fellow crafting friends out there in the world, your projects. If you didn't know, I'm looking for Christmas projects. Please send me 5 of your best Christmas project crafts that you have made to happilythrivingheidi@gmail.com, and I'll feature you here on my channel throughout now and the end of the year. Up first for the spotlight is Mary. I loved this idea, Mary. It seems like you took a pumpkin for each, maybe grandchildren or even your own children's names, and put them on the pumpkins and displayed them on a table. What a cute craft to display family names. And then, do you all remember Raggedy Ann and Andy? She made some of these darling Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls. What a fun way to craft. There really are so many different craft styles out there to try and love. It also looks like you do quilts or wall tapestries. This is so fun. Look at these beautiful colors and this pattern work that she did for a beautiful quilt piece. I can see that you're still working on it, and you probably still needed to work on binding the edges and tying off the centers, but this is so beautiful. I personally love quilting. And then, how cool is this? Mary, you have so many different versions of crafting. Look at this fantastic squirrel sketch that she did. You are very talented, Mary. This was very fun to look at your crafts. That squirrel looks so realistic, and I personally actually really think squirrels are so cute. And then my daughter saw this one and thought this was so cool. You made Harry Potter dolls. My daughter right now is reading all the Harry Potter books, so this is just so fun. I love these as well. Now up next is Bridget, and Bridget sent me in some of the cutest Halloween fall decor. I thought this ghost was so charming and so sweet with that darling little bow. How adorable. This witch's hat is great for decor as well as a fun night out on the town. I love that you added in the purple with the black. It is such a fun color combo to bring together. And then here's one of those famous wood pumpkins that they have at the Dollar Tree. I love the bows that you put up at the top. That detail work with all those different patterns in there is so pumpkin perfect for the Halloween season. And then it looks like you have been doing some watercoloring. And is that your handwriting? Because that is beautiful. It looks like a font that you would print off of a program on the computer. I thought that was so cute, and I love the little spider detail on there. Remember, y'all, I was born on Halloween, so I just think it's so fun seeing all these fun crafts around this time of year. Now this has a very Mackenzie Child look to it, Bridget. I loved the black and white check with this darling little ghost and a little pumpkin. So many cute projects. Totally impressed by your work. And last up for today's feature is Donna. From my understanding, Donna has her very own craft booth, and she sells these beautiful wreaths. These are so lovely. I really can tell that, Donna, you put a lot of effort into making these bows. You have a gift with bows and a gift with layering in these leaves. And I love that you're taking some of the decor pieces from the Dollar Tree and adding them on It's amazing how much it takes a gorgeous wreath even higher in when you add on some of these decor pieces and signs that they have at the Dollar Tree. I loved this one with the add-in of the burgundy. I thought that was so pretty, and it matches great with the sign that you added on it. I bet you these are probably going to sell so quick in your booth. Now this one was really cute too. I love that you did the pumpkin with the pattern on it and all the foliage all over the top. And you can see that Donna's got her little tag on there that she sells inside of her booth for her pricing. This is just so neat to see these projects that you all are doing. Leave a comment down below and let me know, do any of you do craft booths during this time of year like Donna does? And here's her last project where she's got this beautiful word thankful on it with this gorgeous bow and some of the foliage. I am so impressed, Donna, as well as with Bridget and Mary. Thank you for sending in your projects. Everyone give them some love down below and let them know what you think of their projects today. All right, friends, that's it for today. I hope you felt inspired with these projects and you get a chance to get into your craft room, have some personal time, and make something beautiful for your home. I'm going to recommend this video right here. It came out the other day. Please go check it out. It does help out my channel, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And until the next episode, bye, friends.